So the new college football rankings came out last night. And top 4 is what, Dormy, would you say, or the same, or I don't know what it is.
Chalk.
Yeah. Tennessee, as we all know, lost to South Carolina and then lost their quarterback and dropped all the way down to 10. Yeah. LSU is now 5. That's so interesting. LSU and its 2 losses leapfrogs USC. This is just so stupid and arbitrary. Let me just say this, too. The number of times I'm hearing, well, Michigan is being punished for its non-conference schedule. I think I heard our friend on our friend DP's show, Driving in David Pollack, is like, when you have UConn as your best non-conference team and it's not basketball season, that's a problem. And I understand it is weak when you, what, it was Hawaii and Colorado State, I believe, and UConn.
Yeah.
Take a look at the non-conference schedule for Clemson. They played Furman, okay?
Furman.
So
Furman.
If, as Michael Irvin would say, don't lose that intensity. Same intensity.
But they're not going to make it. Clemson has no shot of making the
How do you know that?
Four, I mean.
How do you know? Put it up one more time if you don't mind. Clemson sitting.
They would need a lot to happen.
Let's just put it, if you don't mind, put it up one more time, Mr. Hoskins. There's Clemson lurking at 8.
Yeah, I mean, they would need a lot to happen.
Because Alabama's not losing Auburn, right?
They would need that to happen.
Right.
They would
USC loses once, and LSU loses to Georgia.
And then TCU loses to Iowa State.
Right.
Like
right. There may be a situation if Ohio State pummels Michigan, right?
It's Dumb and Dumber for a Clemson.
I don't know. But I was just fascinating to me that I guess they put LSU there. What does that mean? Does that mean Georgia still makes it if LSU beats them?
Seems like
Why? Because they made the conference championship game?
Conference champ and then the defending champ.
Well, I mean, if they were in the same, let's just say if Georgia was in the, let me just make an example. What if Georgia somehow, some way, was in the same division as Alabama and had to play them every year? How would that look?
Yeah, but
that's the situation. Honestly, but they're not. I know they're not. But Michigan and Ohio State is. That's the way the Big Ten decided to put it together. I'm just saying that Georgia conveniently does not have to play Alabama every year. It is convenient for them. It is convenient to both that they don't.
No one's going to feel bad for Michigan. Like, you want everyone to feel sorry for the Big Ten schools.
I'm saying the same thing for Ohio State if what happens in my heart happens on the field on Saturday. Ohio State comes into Thanksgiving weekend undefeated and then loses to the best team on their schedule that is scheduled every year because the nation demands it. Okay. And the nation, you say all you want. You just roll your eyes. Because you are my Georgia proxy here. You're my Georgia proxy here by...
I just think you're overestimating how much people care about this rivalry. It's a rivalry for you guys in the Big Ten and the people of the Midwest.
Are you watching it?
No.
Saturday?
Because it's the game that's on at 9 o'clock.
No, don't even ask. Of course not. I'm not watching.
You're not watching the game?
No.
Okay.
I don't care about that. I mean, I do like Michigan. I hate Ohio State.
I bet you the number one watched game of the week is Cowboys Giants, and then number 2 will be this game. Fox will have the top 2 viewed games of the weekend.
But come on, you're smarter than this because it's on. And it's Thanksgiving weekend, and we're all at home.
I'm saying it's going to outrate 2 NFL Thanksgiving games.
October, it's just run of the mill. It's because of where it is on the schedule.
There are 2 Thanksgiving games, I am saying, in the National Football League with nothing else to do, if you will. Nothing. The NBA is completely off. I'm saying this will be the second-ranked most watched game of the entire weekend.
No, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take it.
More than Sunday night football between the Packers and the Eagles.
What do you think? People are going to be watching It's a Wonderful Life or something on Thursday night?
That's not on yet.
I'm saying there will be a significant Thanksgiving viewing audience on NBC, and there will be a significant viewing audience on Thanksgiving on CBS, America's most watched network.
But noon on a Saturday when everyone's shopping and out and about?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Respectfully, I disagree.
I think you are disrespectful in everything you're saying right now.
Just because it's both
It's
Fox.
not.
I'm with
It is.
Rich.
It is that big. And let me just say this, man. Why just if there's a bigger rivalry, why don't they play it?
NDUSC.
There's a pretty
Notre
big
Dame was doing
rivalry.
well.
Georgia and Alabama don't play each other every year.
NDUSC, if Notre Dame was doing
That's
better.
not-
Dude,
That's not
that
the-
was a big rivalry when Franklin Delano Roosevelt
It
was
still
in
is.
the
It still is. It's the Saturday night
Oval
game.
Office.
It's a big game, even though Notre Dame sucked there. But they were getting better, but they're still
Dude,
better.
USC Notre
Oh,
Dame
Rich, it's just,
was great
as big. You
when
can't
Ed
say
Sullivan was having his day with the Beatles.
that. Rich, they're very close to Ohio State.
Do you
and
think
Michigan.
which one's going to have a bigger rating?
Of course you are now because Notre Dame's not doing as well. But don't you?
They're
close.
top 20, aren't they? Notre Dame
They're
has
still
you.
close.
You have no other allegiance. You love Notre Dame.
And I like Fox. But I mean,
Rudy was carried off. We're slow clapping. Movies are made.
Where's
Okay.
the Michigan-Ohio State movie?
They didn't make one. Oh, I see.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just
But,
pointing
I
out.
don't know. It's
So
No, it's gonna be
all I'm
big.
saying is that it's
is
very helpful to Georgia's case to lose the SEC championship game and still make it. Well, they don't have to play Alabama at all. Michigan,
that's
Michigan,
not a rivalry.
Michigan and Ohio.
That's not a rivalry game.
How's it not a rivalry game?
It's because it's not.
Maybe it should be. Maybe it can be.
Maybe.
Maybe it should just mean more. What's the biggest rivalry in the SEC? What is it?
Alabama, Auburn.
Yeah.
Got it. In state? No, Michigan's got one of those too. So we've got an out of state rival
This
that
is
everybody wants to
why-
watch. Then we got an in state rival. Michigan, we got
When
one
was
of both.
the last time
we got one of both.
Michigan State mattered
Last year.
nationally?
Last year. What are you talking
Because
about?
you got upset.
Millard Fillmore.
When
was
are they
president.
both in the top 5?
That doesn't happen that much. But we have an in-state rival. So it's the biggest rivalry.
Well, guess what?
in the
Georgia has
SEC
an
is
in-state
between
rival too.
the-
They have Georgia Tech.
So you're saying
Like,
the biggest
come on,
in-state,
it's
the
insane.
biggest rivalry in the SEC involves a team that needs help getting in and is blowing out their coach. That's the biggest rivalry in the SEC? No, it's between Alabama and Georgia, the two best programs maybe in the country.
That's not a rivalry.
It should be. It will be if they actually, play each other every year.
Well, hey, Alabama has to do their part and make the SEC title game.
Ooh.
Because they play in separate divisions, which Michigan and Ohio State doesn't have that convenience either.
I mean, I just don't get that you think that everyone nationally cares about this as much as you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's because
Let's
Like, I
see
don't
the
understand. I don't
numbers.
I agree with Brock.
understand.
Let's come back on Monday and see the numbers. You have the numbers for me. I'm going to be more than happy
No, it's
to
gonna
back
kill
off. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.